Well, how's it going, everybody? Welcome, Kingsman, and, well, everybody else. If you're not subscribed to become a Kingsman, feel free to. But, welcome back, everybody, to another NTW 3 battle. Today, we have not a lot of information about this fight. It was posted in the Lord's Discord for the clans that play. I'm not sure which clans. I think the GR are playing on this one, and potentially the Rhinebund? Maybe. I think some people have switched since the last. I don't know who the other side is. I see some Rhinebund in there. I see some Buck and Ball players in here as well. So I'm not totally sure who the players are, and I don't know what the core is for this one. I don't have the points. All I have is that it's the Austrians versus the French, and looks like already we have some of Bellegarde's cavalry descending upon the French. Ooh, look at these poppies. Just popping out, no pun intended. But yeah, so all we'll have, guys, unfortunately, sorry, is we'll have the Austrian corps. Now, of course, for the French, there is a Polish and Bavarian corps and 2 French corps. But it's been too long. I don't know anything anymore, I feel like. But let's go over the Austrian side. So we have 11-point Liechtenstein, 9-point Bellegarde, 6-point Ludwig, and a 10-point Hiller. And then, of course, on the French side, you have the Bavaria, 2 French, and a Polish corps facing off, with Bavaria being on the far left side. Looks like we have the 6-pointer. He's pushing forward here, trying to get a look-see into the French formation. Of course, a large French corps making their appearance here on the Austrians' right flank. A lot of line infantry with the Polish in support. Lots of cavalry. In fact, yeah, lots of cavalry going to be starting this battle off. Both sides using them to scout as best they can. Of course, you have Hiller scouting the Bavarian line here. Bavaria, I believe, is one of the lower points, but he's not a tiny point corps, so he still will be potent. I don't know if the Polish are bringing a lot of cavalry, if they have a mixture. Of course, Liechtenstein, he is a very big corps to be reckoned with. A lot of grenadiers he can bring, which he, of course, is. Hiller, of course, as always, where is he? There he is in the back. Always a dangerous corps to fight against. Bellegarde and Ludwig. I don't know if I've seen Ludwig brought very often, quite honestly, but man, I've missed these battles, and I'm really, really excited to try to jump back into this, guys. I know I keep saying that. There's a lot of tournament replays now go over, which is kind of helping. Before, when there's no tournament going on, it's harder to find a replay that's good. You know, I try to find close replays where the battle isn't one-sided, and that usually makes for a little more of a difficult time, just spending a lot of time looking through replays, fast-forwarding. I'll record sometimes and stop, because I'm like, it's just, everybody's just standing there staring at each other, shooting artillery, and just fighting on the flanks only, and it's just not my cup of tea. Not saying they're not fun replays for people to enjoy, but just not gonna stimulate my mind, make me stay interested, because I constantly am running low on sleep. So I gotta have something that's gonna keep my mind sharp and focused. That's why I'm also guzzling coffee all the time when I'm doing these, because I'm in a dark room with just a screen, and I'm talking to myself. It's the most boring thing ever, is talking to myself. I'm just kidding. I'm talking to you guys. I know I'm talking to you guys, but still. That being said, there's a lot of replays now for the Lord's tournament, and I'm excited to get into them. Brought some new inspiration and new excitement. Definitely had a large break. All right, so far I see horse artillery from Liechtenstein set up, a lot of cavalry protecting that. Of course, you also have Liechtenstein's grenadiers getting up. I think this may be the first clash between the infantry of Austria and France. The center still forming up. Not a lot of Austrian force here, so France is going to get a lot of territory, probably. I mean, they will have to go slow with all the Austrian cavalry harassing them. And then, of course, Bavaria descending down the road. I suspect, yeah, they're going to ignore that, so they'll have to watch out for Bavaria maybe striking into the town here. Hiller may have to deal with them, depending on who's going where, but I think right now the coalition is trying to consolidate. All right, guys, sorry, we're back. Got interrupted and then muted my mic, and then never unmuted it. So good thing it was pretty early on in the battle, and I didn't get very far. But I think I was talking about the consolidation of the coalition, and France seems to be consolidating a decent amount here. They already have 3 corps, Bavaria on the far side. But you have to appreciate the Austrian cavalry screen. Definitely going to make it a little bit harder for the French to know exactly where the coalition are. Of course, both sides could probably guess there will be consolidation here, because that's where the French are pushing. The French have to guess, yep, that's probably where the Austrians are going to be meeting us as well. Now look at this French Grand Army just rolling out here. Beautiful with the poppies. Whereas probably a lot of them are gonna die. Not just, you know, just it's a fact. All right, we have some skirmishers now for Austria here, firing at the French. Some cavalry kind of moving around from Austria as well. This actually could become quite a problem here for Austria. These skirmishers could start really separating them down, running them down. Oh, we have some Ulanen making a move. We also have some Hussars making a move. Let's see what France does to react to this. And here comes the charge right into the skirmishers from France here. We have a counter charge here by some Chevaliers. Hussars going to threaten that cavalry charge in and get them in the flank. And this is kind of like pulling more and more resources on both sides as the infantry now advance. Nice flanking fire from France. Maybe they'll break that Ulanen. Maybe not, but France is getting more and more infantry clustered into the center. And still, Austria is a ways away. They probably want to hold this ridge line if at all possible. Some Jaegers and more skirmishers trying to hold on, but they will definitely get driven back quite quickly here. It is like France is cutting their way left. Maybe going to try to use this left flank farmhouse as an anchor, but of course we have some Liechtenstein Grenadiers pushing up to defend that house. As the line now extends, this being the far extreme left, the center being here, Bavaria being the right flank. But right now, France has the advantage in numbers, and they are using it. They are getting very aggressive here at their push. You can see Austria already being forced to fall back.
We've taken a building, sir.
That building is taken by Liechtenstein's Grenadiers. We see some cavalry running. Where are they going? Oh! Hussars clashing. Oh, we have some Polish skirmishers. Will they get a volley off? Nope. Ulanen getting another charge off here. Because now both sides definitely... Ooh, that's gonna... Ah, it's gonna hurt. That is going to hurt. They break those lancers here with that nice volley from France's infantry. Skirmishers do break, though. Looks like they're just trying to focus down as many skirmishes as possible. On the left side, though... Oh, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Bavaria getting just absolutely harassed already, though. Hitler has lost some cavalry here, trying to harass this Bavarian corps. Bavaria has a bit of a tough fight here, and they're on the flank. They're on the extreme flank, getting hit on the flank. They're going to lose one of their cavalry units. Infantry going to try to support that line as best they can, but this, if they can harass and destroy a lot of Bavaria before they make it, that could be huge. Now, France is advancing against Austria here. Liechtenstein has definitely not pushed out yet. I think they're still waiting. We have Bellegarde now. He's going to take the crest of this hill. They were able to do enough of a delaying action, I think, to where they have the advantage of some high ground, at least right here. Now this right flank here withdrawing as the French presence becomes more and more obvious. A lot of infantry and skirmishers and cavalry here. Of course, cannot forget the masses of cuirassiers. I know they have some cuirassiers here. Curious to see what they do with that. Over here, Bavaria seems to be making some distance. Still has cavalry defending. That'll be an interesting fight. Hitler actually looks like he's going to be turning to face Bavaria. We'll see how that plays out. Hitler is a very pivotal corps, so you don't want to throw away on the left if you needed them in the center this whole time. But I think Austria can do all right here. You see they have a decidedly stiff resistance against France here. Not really backing down. Now Poland getting their infantry into the fight here. At least pulling it up into the center. I always forget how much I don't talk when I'm not recording. And then I start talking again, my voice is like, yeah, you don't do this very often anymore, so can you not talk so much? My voice just keeps almost dying. Skirmishers, this is an excellent position for them. We'll see if France tries to run them down a little bit. And Bavaria has almost met with France. I think France is trying to move over here and rejoin. Hiller may try to drive a wedge or hit the left and right flank at the same time. So they may go left or right. They'll have that option. Ludwig has now pushed his corps in. Bellegarde in the fight. I think pretty much all the Austrians are here. Now, this is still concerning. Man, look at the decidedly strong advance. Poland pushing forward with reserves and France taking a portion of that hill. This is probably the concerning flank here for the Austrian corps. This right flank is very strong, or very weak against the French. Here we go. Austria is cresting the hill. They're going to get their infantry position, start dishing out some damage as well.
We have killed their
Oh, what?
Now they must break.
Oh, no. Oh, I mean, out of all the generals, I could see that being the one that... Wait, how did they die? Oh, Dang. That was a gen snipe from skirmishers if I've ever seen one. That would be frustrating. That would be insanely frustrating. Man. Here we go. Ludwig going straight into the French line, starting to pour in some volleys here. Cavalry pushing up. Force them into square. Let's see if France tries to counter this. France taking some losses already. His infantry getting just shot up here. And we have some hussars that went for skirmishers sitting in front of infantry. Oh, that's a punishing volley. Poland's just going to endure as best they can. But now we have France pushing up here. Bellegarde is going to try and stand his ground. He does have the rest of his corps moving up. And then I believe Liechtenstein has some grenadiers who are going to threaten the left flank. Oh, a punishing volley from France. Pour that volley and then retreating before France or Liechtenstein can get their grenadiers into action here. Looks like Poland maybe lunging forward here towards the center. Cavalry poised to strike as well. Here we go. Right on the flank. No square can be formed. And we may see our first big melee here. Oh, actually, on both sides getting harassed. Artillery set up for Poland. I see an assault column prepping, I bet, to go in. And there's nothing really to stop them. Poland may get hit pretty hard here. France, though, is going to be pushing forward as well. Austria's lost a couple units here, but here we go. Both sides actually forming up here, but Poland is prepared to meet this, I think. Some Ulanen going to go for the artillery piece. Nothing to stop them. Oh my gosh, the execution. Point blank. Oh, I'm missing it. France meant for a melee here. Breaking up some of Ludwig's corps. Cavalry going to rush in to support this. Stop the bleeding that's starting from this gash in their lines that France is forcing. Bavaria going to take on Hiller here. France actually making a massive offensive push. Look at this. All along the center. Now, of course, Austria is going to be pushing here against Poland, as Poland is taking heavy losses. They're going to start losing troops one after another. Nice flanking cavalry charge from France. Beautifully done. France still pushing here. Austria and France get into it with a cavalry engagement. Ludwig trying to protect his lines with cavalry. Austria actually in the back lines here, kind of throwing some confusion into the French advance. Trying to go for a gen snipe, not going to work. They're running into too many French infantry. I don't know if they're trying to go for a gen sniper or not, but here Poland really getting hit hard. Poland is actually probably taking the most losses so far, but they are holding, and they're actually doing a beautiful push here. Here comes the rest of the French, gonna swing in, maybe pivot into the left flank. Looking here, Hitler still engaging with Bavaria, has not really closed in the distance. France trying to use this road maybe to throw their forces in. However, Hitler's cavalry really stopping any true advance made down this road. Both sides trying to hold their ground. Poland, though, actually getting breakthroughs in Austria's line. Wow. They can get a flanking charge in here, but like you said, Liechtenstein has his grenadiers, or sorry, cuirassiers here with line infantry. Square gets formed here, and France can try to support that square as well. Artillery in a supporting position. Cavalry fighting around a square, not going to do too well for them. I see a lot of breaking from Austria. More cuirassiers trying to slow this advance. Where Poland made a breakthrough, the cavalry is being thrown in. Now we do have Hitler swinging into this left flank. Bavaria kind of needs to engage with Hitler and tie him up, so we can't press into the flank, because that would be disastrous for this French push. As of right now, that's the only thing stopping France from totally winning here. And to be fair, I mean, France has done beautifully well. Like, they have done quite well. You can see they've broken a lot of Austrian lines here. Artillery has been silenced. France still has a strong right flank. They can swing in here. But Hitler is pretty much all fresh, in this corps, this French corps, definitely has taken some heavy losses. Poland has taken some heavy losses, but they're still in it to win it. Look at that. Oh, a counter charge here, tying up a lot of the French and Polish units. Breaking one, maybe two. Liechtenstein committing his Grenadier Corps. Commit the Grenadiers, sir. Let's see if Poland can take this Grenadier assault. Nope. They are not able to stop it. France pulling back on the right here. Bavaria doing what they can. But, man, they're losing their core against Hitler. Hitler's just rolling them over.
Our men are running, sir.
The balance of power on this right side was never fair. I mean, Bavaria going up against Hitler, that's kind of like, that's a tough fight for Bavaria. I would not want that one. And look at this, Poland still, they're taking a Liechtenstein assault and holding fast. And over here, man, this left flank, oh man, that's a lot of artillery. That is a lot of artillery setting up in a beautiful position. If France can, they can pull back and use this artillery to kind of help themselves out. Oh, that's a nice charge from Bavaria. May not be enough. That's a lot of infantry. But here we go. We have Ludwig now pushing as France falls back. Austria just harassing this Polish line that has taken such a stand. They're taking a stand. They've lost a lot, but they refuse to give up. Gotta love the hustle. They decided to send some cuirassiers against them, maybe. Some large light infantry units. If these guys start chewing up and shooting, it'll be huge for them. But look at this. See, we have a lot of Austrians just pressing the French right. We have artillery here. It's probably going to get sniped pretty soon by Austrian cavalry. But if they can help support as much as possible, this line of Bavaria making their last stand here as they're going to get surrounded by Hitler. Cavalry from France throwing themselves in, trying to stop this Austrian line from firing, causing some wavering in the ranks. And Poland's done a lot better than I originally thought they would, you know? Usually I don't see Polish infantry do amazing, so well done to Poland. They're standing out. Of course, all this like compliments are from someone who, you know, I don't play very well, so I would butcher Poland, unfortunately. So it's good to see someone that knows how to play them. Yeah, look at that. They're pushing forward. Austria is kind of caving. They have a lot of cavalry still. More infantry they're pushing up as well. Bavaria has actually reunited with the French line. Of course, he has lost several units along the way. That can't be helped, though. But here we go. We have the French pushing in. Uh-oh. Some cuirassiers going to charge in. Let's see if they can form a square. No, they cannot. A disastrous cuirassier charge to slow down this French advance. And another one on the flank. That's a beautiful picture. Look at that. And Austria managed to pull back. Hitler may have to do a lot more life-saving procedures here to save that flank, because France is definitely still pretty strong here. I think I'm seeing France actually pressing over here against Liechtenstein and Belgrade. Yeah. Oh, the cavalry going back in. Poland going in as well. Breaking the line infantry. Now, France has to deal with this cuirassier. It's 102 men still. They've taken 23. Like, oh, okay. What happened? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's why it's like, how are they dropping so fast? But this flanking fire just broke them. They lost like 30-something, 20-something men at least. Cavalry's what's saving the center right now, but they're slowly losing them. Right flank still going beautifully well for the French. But here we go. Ludwig, he still has a core. He can still press this attack. He may have to wait for Hitler to get himself into position. Which I do believe Hitler is in position. He's actually cutting deep into the left flank. Oh, watch out for the artillery position. Bavaria may try to make a stand here. Trying to use their canister, drive back some of this Hitler corps. Yep. Oh, yeah, they're going to make a stand. Oh, no, they break. See? They break another one. This is a problem. But Austria does have cavalry rushing around behind. They can maybe get this artillery piece broken up. Poland actually falling back now. I think they have finally started running out of the energy and manpower to actually make a dent in the line. They're going to have to bide their time. France still circling here. Look at this. They're pulling a Hitler. Hitler's going far right. They're going far left. Or, you know, if you're from the Austrian perspective, it's the same thing. Seen a lot of wavering here. A very pivotal cavalry fight happening, I believe, right here. France has to defend and keep this right side free of enemy cavalry. Otherwise, their flank is going to fold. Like my trees in the first snow. Now, we had a really bad snow. For some reason I didn't record it yet. Broke like 9 limbs off my branch because the leaves hadn't fallen yet. Just a surprise snow in the winter. Crashed power lines and destroyed my tree. It was very sad. I think it'll survive, but I digress by a lot. All right, so cavalry still holding strong here. Is Bavaria going to commit to this? Ooh. Go for it. Ooh, that volley, though. I don't know. Bavaria's going to break, I think. Sending in another wave. Oh, wait, maybe not. No way. What kind of a man? Let's see if Hitler can hold. Oh, there we go. The cavalry breaks that artillery piece, or gets them finally. Bavaria's breaking in mass now on the left. That's a huge blow to this French alliance. An excellent game, though. Well fought on both sides so far. Like, this is what I live for. These games. Absolutely perfect. Fighting to the desperate end. And I think that's it for Bavaria. They are finally defeated. I think they have one unit way over here. Now it's up to the French and Polish. And I actually think that they are going to lose this now. Unfortunately. Bavaria was too far away. I mean, and they were trying to get to their allies, but man, Hitler just chased them down. Now, of course, we cannot forget there is definitely some French artillery sitting right here. Now, maybe France can utilize it perfectly, but if Austria is smart, they will press around this hill, and this artillery will be obsolete. Poland is in reserve, probably trying to rest his troops up, but yeah, this French force is exhausted, depleted. You can't say that the Austrians aren't as well, but there's a definite difference. Look at them standing brave on the hill. Howitzers crashing around them, but they refuse to surrender. The generals holding the hill. This is the French defense that you want to see. Excuse me. They refuse to surrender. The line's holding pretty strong right now. But the coalition are going to start deploying their lines in the flank and try to swing around. Poland's going to be the one to meet them. That's probably going to be an unfair contest. Their units are so depleted. Oh, well, look at this. Bavaria has some troops left. Now, they're probably exhausted. They need a rest up before they can really deploy. But still, there's troops behind the lines. Austria's going to have to keep an eye on it. Let's get a view from the French perspective. Oh, that hill's kind of in the way a little bit. Yeah, look at that. Bavarians in the back. They have to know that's a problem. They have to. I mean, we have 26 minutes remaining, so LSCs still aren't going to be probably a big consideration yet. Probably going to fight this one out to the bitter end, if I were to guess. Both sides kind of taking a pause here. I think they're trying to figure out which direction they're going to push from. If I were to guess, Bavaria's 4 depleted units are going to get just run down here now. They formed square. Oh, what? I wonder if they were like, oh, let's just bait them into a charge here. Oh, man. Talk about punishing volleys here. The Austrians lost a couple of men charging those square bulls. Is there gonna be a gen snipe potentially? Maybe trying to gun for this general. I feel like everybody's distant. I'm hitting the fast forward button just because I feel like everybody's distancing themselves a little bit. Yeah, Austria's pulling back, and France keeps trying to press the attack. I mean, I think they're trying to reunite with Bavaria yet again. This may turn into an LOC. Oh, hold that thought, though. Actually, we may have France getting pressured here. Oh, so they actually broke a French unit. Yeah, we have Liechtenstein Grenadiers pushing out of the town. Look at that with the grass and everything. Oh yeah, that looks good. Dang, another square. This has got to be frustrating for the Austrians. Like, man, how does Bavaria have so many? Now, it does look like, see, they're trying to pressure, get some of this Bavarian line. I predict they're going to force them into square and then volume with the infantry. Now, if Poland can support them, make it very difficult. But as of right now, these three units are probably mincemeat. Pretty soon here, they're going to charge them and force them into square. Infantry are going to push up, melee them. Here we go, Poland though, going to try to support. Maybe they're hoping to goad the Polish into it. Maybe that's part of the trick here. Pull Poland into this to support Bavaria. Now we'll see how they play this, because Poland and Bavaria could either come out heavily on top, or this is going to be a disaster that is probably going to seal their fate entirely. You got cavalry in the back. France doesn't have any cavalry, guys. Keep that in mind. They don't have the cavalry to defend their own lines anymore. That's going to be something that Austria can really, really utilize to win this. They have Cuirassiers, Chevaliers, Hussars. They have all the cavalry they need to make this a significant win. Oh my gosh. The howitzers strike finally and get one of the French generals. This is slowly degrading or declining into a loss for France, I think. Here we go. The Hussars gonna charge in. A square will get formed. Yeah. But the French infantry are gonna push up. Here we go. Another charge here. Break that Polish line. This is the beginning of the end. The mass rout there. And now Poland's going to lose yet another line here. The cavalry just committed. Ooh. Artillery got a nice shot on that Cuirassier unit.
Our men are running, sir.
Here we go, Bavaria in it. They're going to lose this flank, though. They put up a good fight, I think. It was still a very good fight. Well, that's a Polish general now. Yeah, he died as well. Gallantly selling his life dearly. Throwing himself. I saw him charge himself into that line fight. Artillery now going to get focused down by some Hussars. France is going to form a circle of protection. Inner circle. And probably just get toasted. Unfortunately, it's over at this point. Well fought though, man. A Pyrrhic victory. If you've ever seen a Pyrrhic victory, this is one of them for sure. France dished out a lot of damage. looking at the losses, man. The brave French. Oh, also, some people have asked if this is original game graphics and all that, or if there's a reskin. I have a reshader, which I will post the link to how to download that in my description of this video. So if you do want to reshade, I mean, I can show you at the very end of this battle. Like, you can do so many things with this, and I still tweak with it every once in a while and mess with it, because you don't want to do too much. You don't want to oversaturate. You don't want to turn the brightness, contrast up too much. You want to retain some of the base game's graphics. I do a lot more sharpening, so the details on the uniforms and stuff show up a little easier. As you can see, like, I don't know, maybe you can't see it, but I feel like it makes the details and uniforms pop out a little bit better. Makes the men appear a little bit easier with the smoke. Not so hazy, and like, look at that. You see all the wrinkles in the shirt and uniforms and all that. It looks good. You can see them dying in super clarity. You get these crosshairs coming in again. That guy looks like he's seen something. Actually, they all look like they've seen something. Their eyes are all looking at the ground like, oh my gosh, what did we just see? All right, I think it's over. I'm going to fast forward here. Oh, yeah, I can show you guys. So see, you hit home. I just hit home, and I have all of this stuff that I can, like, I have Technicolor, which here you can see the difference. See? Makes it just a little bit brighter, vibrance. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I tinkered them. Actually, that may look better without, but like Blooming HDR, that's the huge one. I don't actually know which one's better. But yeah, you can mess with so many things. Definitely encourage you. Like I said, I'll put the link for where to go get it. I think it's just called Reshade something, as a number. But like I said, I'll put it in there. But I think this is the end of the battle here. So I'm going to skip to the end results, and we'll see the end results of this battle, a Austrian win. All right, guys, so you can see here, the Austrians did win this one, but they took some heavy losses doing so, like over 50% casualties for everybody. But you can see on the Austrian side, you have Sim with 1318, Sonny with 1655 for the kills. You have Bill with 1472, and Drusko with 2095. On the other side, Heinze with 1371, Bogart with 1273, Philippe as Poland with 1018, and then Amrizer with 850 as Bavaria. He probably was the one who, I mean, he went up against Hiller. I think that goes without saying that you're gonna probably have a tough time fighting. I think they did their best to try to get over to the French, and who knows, maybe if they had been able to get there sooner and Hiller hadn't focused them down, maybe they would have won. Either way, still a very close battle. This corps, especially this Austrian corps, is very hard to fight against. I've not seen a lot of wins against them. Still waiting for it. I think I've seen one or two, but I'd love to see another one where this corps just gets toasted by the French, because it's a tough Austrian corps to beat. But anyway, guys, that will be the battle today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully I will get another video out tomorrow, another clan battle, and a couple more before I go back to work. So thank you all for your support. Thank you for sticking around even when I ghost for a couple weeks at a time. I'm never gonna totally leave this channel, I promise. Even if I take a small break, I always come back. I promise I always will. And if I truly decide to quit this channel entirely, I will let you all know. So but yeah, guys, you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and until the next time, I'll see you all in another video.